Have you ever felt it? That quiet knowing, that unshakable sense that you don't quite fit. Not because you lack something, but because you see something that others simply don't. It's not a choice. It never was. From the very beginning, you've been aware in a way most people aren't. Not just of what is said, but of what isn't. The silent currents beneath those conversations, the weight of things before they happen, the truth before it's spoken. And that awareness has made you different. Not in the way people talk about loneliness, not in the absence of company, but in the absence of being understood. Because how do you explain it? How do you make someone see what you've always known, when for them, knowing requires proof? So, over time, you've learned when to speak, when to stay silent, when to let people keep their illusions because breaking them would cost too much. But something's changing. Do you feel it? That shift in the air, like a storm building in the distance. You're standing at the edge of something vast, something inevitable. And for the first time, you are being called forward. But before you take that step, you must understand what's been holding you back. The force that has worked against you your entire life. The thing that has made you hesitate, second guess, and stay small when you were meant to be so much more. So, listen carefully. Because what I'm about to say will either wake you up or scare you back to sleep. The world doesn't fear the obedient. It does not fear those who follow the script, who mistake noise for knowledge, who accept the surface as all there is. No. The world fears the ones that see. It fears those who can look past the distractions, past the illusions carefully constructed to keep them occupied. And so, a system was put in place. Not one that doesn't destroy you outright, but one that keeps you doubting. A force that whispers in the back of your mind every time you know something before it happens. Every time your gut tells you the truth before anyone else realizes it. What if I'm wrong? That voice, that hesitation, was not yours to begin with. It was planted there. It was built to keep you small, to keep you questioning your own power so you would never fully step into it. But despite everything, the knowing remains. Even after years of being told to dismiss it, even after convincing yourself that you were imagining things, even after rationalizing it away, the truth has never left you. And that's why you're here. Because no matter how much you try to settle into the life you've built, something inside of you refuses to rest. You were never meant to stay there. You were meant to step forward, to cross that invisible line drawn in front of you, the one designed to keep you contained. And when you do, everything will change. But before I tell you what comes next, you need to be certain. Because once you acknowledge this truth, there's no going back. So ask yourself, are you ready to see? There is something you've been avoiding, a truth so vast, so undeniable, that once you let it in, nothing will ever be the same. I'm not here to convince you. I don't need to. Because deep down, you already know. You felt it in the way the world shifts around you. In the way certain things unfold in a pattern only you seem to notice. And you felt it in the way this very message has reached you at the exact moment you needed to hear it. Because you called me here. Not with words, not with conscious intent, but with something deeper. A pull, a force. A message your higher self has been trying to send you. One that has been waiting for you to finally listen. You are standing at the threshold, and you have a choice. You can ignore this, brush it off as coincidence, let the weight of the world pull you back into the familiar, or you can listen, because the power you seek, it's already in your hands. It always has been. It's in the way people react to you without knowing why, in the way you sense things before they happen, in the eerie, impossible alignments that have followed you your entire life. And yet for years you've convinced yourself that it was just luck, just imagination, just coincidence, no more. Because when you fully acknowledge this force, the one that has been guiding you, pulling you, shaping you, everything changes. Not slowly, not safety, not safely. All at once. And that's why you've hesitated. That is why something inside of you has whispered, not yet, not yet. Because once you step into this, there's no undoing it. But ask yourself, honestly, would you even want to? No, you wouldn't. And that is why you are here. The moment is still. The illusions are crumbling. I wasn't supposed to speak today, but you called me. And now that you've heard what you were meant to hear, what happens next is up to you.